welcome to Aussievision. I'm Dale.
G'day, I'm Mike.
And today we are looking at, or we're hearing, or we're discussing the Eesti Laul songs.
Yeah, for 2018.
What's Eesti Laul?
Eesti Laul, our one of our favourite national finals, the Estonian selection.
It is, yes. It was probably our favourite last year of all the national finals, wasn't it?
It was definitely up there. I mean, we loved quite a few of the songs, and of course Verona, which we really
Well,
loved.
that was easily my favourite, and it was robbed, as we know. But there was a couple of other good songs last year. It was like Keep Running was one of...
Keep Running was one of my favourites.
One of your most played of the year as well.
It was, definitely. And so was Slingshot. That came out of Eesti Laul.
That was a nice song.
Who could ever forget Spirit Animal?
Oh, I can't forget those vocals.
Yeah, so it was a bloody good selection last year from Estonia.
I remember we were like the whole lot, and I think the fandom agreed, was like, wow, what a selection. So we've really been looking forward to hearing these songs from Estonia. Like, you know, we've loved a lot of the Estonian songs recently. Goodbye to Yesterday, Verona, Kula, Randaja. There's been so many good songs. What have they served up this year, Mike?
I don't know if they've kept up the standards, to be honest. No, look, they've released their 20 songs. Let's have a talk about the process.
Okay.
So apparently they had 258 entries.
Wow.
And a 15-member expert jury selected 15 songs for the semi-finals, and then the producers tacked on another 5. So that gave us 2 semi-finals of 10. To 5 will advance from each, and then we have a final.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a bit of a difference between the 2 semi-finals I've seen, and I think a few people are saying that as well. I think the first semi-final came out, we were a little underwhelmed, but we thought there's some really good solid songs, and then semi-final 2 came out, and the hell?
And then we were definitely underwhelmed.
We weren't just underwhelmed, I was confused.
Yeah, because I don't know how they did the semi-final draw.
Yeah.
But when we just listened to all the tracks in their entirety just then, not for the first time for me.
No, like all in one go probably for the first time, yeah.
And wow, semi-final 1 is by far, I think,
hugely.
Yeah.
I think in both of our top 10s that we had, we were vastly majority of semi-final 1. Semi-final 2 is a pile of something.
Well, yeah. Certainly, I didn't think it stood out as much as semi-final 1.
Well, you never know. Maybe they'll bring a live performance that we just don't see coming.
Yes.
So who knows? But
fingers crossed.
Anyway, when's it actually happening? You know.
So it'll kick off for semi-final 1 on the 10th of February. Then we'll have a week break before semi-final 2.
Yep.
And then the final, which is on 17th of Feb, and then the final will take place on the 3rd of March.
Oh, they're having a little break in between.
So I think they'd give it a fortnight between once they've got all the finalists. Give everything a bit of a schmiz and put on the grand performance.
And there's Saturday night in Estonia, which will be Sunday morning here in Australia as well.
We can watch along, can't we?
I watched it last year.
Yeah,
I was in tears. And Verona won and beat Curly.
Curly was in tears as well, actually. Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, look, okay, so we just listened to them all, as we just said, and we ranked our top 10s without much discussion, actually.
Individually,
which brought up some very interesting results. We pretty much had about half completely not the same, but the cream rose to the top. Is that how you say it?
I would probably put it that way.
Is that a saying? I just made that up.
No, cream rises to the top, don't
Yeah.
No, look, definitely I think that was the case. We ranked our top 10s individually. The bottom 5 for both of us were all over the shop.
Yeah.
We liked completely different things, but basically the top 5 were exactly the same, but just
in
different orders, really, weren't
they? They did, yeah. So what did we bring in at number 5? What was our 5th best song?
5th song was by Iris and Argo, and it is Drop That Boogie. Well, that was a bit different.
Look, it's unusual, but I like it.
I don't think it's your typical sort of Eurovision selection song, is it?
No, it reminded me a little bit of Curly's song last year. Not the same, but a similar kind of style, similar kind of quirkiness to it.
There definitely was a bit of quirk going on in there. I'll agree with that. So Iris, who's the vocalist, it's not her first time at Eesti Laul. No, she's been there a few times. She's been actually 2 times. She came second in 2008 as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, I did read that actually. Yeah.
So and then 4th in 2010. And then she co-wrote a song in 2016, which came third.
Okay.
And she co-wrote the song with Kelly. Getting a few mentions already. Kelly.
Okay, well, there we go. Okay, well, that makes a little bit of sense.
What did you think of the song, Dale? What were your notes on that one?
Well, look, I think in terms of... I have no notes in front of me. I go, fly off the seat of my pants. But I think it sounded, contemporary and modern. And a lot of the songs in Eesti Laul this year do sound quite radio-friendly, but don't go anywhere. I think pretty much all the songs are really flat. This goes places. It's there's build up and it's modern and it's quirky and it's great and it's got a really good hook with the Drop That Boogie. I think that works really well. I'm worried about the live performance though. I must say, a little bit like Spirit Animal. Can she translate that live? What do you reckon?
Yeah, look, I'm going to agree with you. There's quirky here. On my notes here, I've written interesting song with a couple of question marks because it sort of goes all over the place a little bit. She's kind of got a little bit cartoony vocals, I find.
Yeah.
But that kind of works with the song. Look, for me, it's the chorus.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what it's all
It has
about.
a chorus. Like half these songs don't have a chorus this year. So anyone with one suddenly goes straight to the top.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's something about this works. It
Yeah.
just works. I wouldn't say it's going to be everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
It's not going to win any, songwriting classical awards or anything like that.
True.
But it's something about it works.
Yeah, the cartoony is a really good point. I think that's really spot on. It does have that. And it also has that sample vocal going on, that we know should be allowed in Eurovision now because obviously Joust did it last year. So, yeah, if they can do that.
She's an interesting cat. I'm interested to see how she performs it live.
I reckon she's going to be good. I like her already.
Yeah.
But we'll see. You never know. Sometimes he's really let us down in the live performances. But it's got something.
Exactly.
It's got an X factor, and I think we probably put it in about the right spot for where it is right now without not knowing too much more.
So we've put that in fifth. So, yeah. Look, interesting start.
Good start. Solid.
Yeah.
All right, well, who do we have as number 4?
4. We rated this one both in our top 5s, but did a little bit differently. I had this as my second favourite, to be honest, for the entire contest. It's Desiree and On My Mind.
Look, I did have it lower, and I like it because it's production values, but it is a bit flat, isn't it? It's the kind of problem with it. It's a good, catchy song, and you're waiting for it to go somewhere, and it never quite gets there. Look, why was it second for you?
Look, I just... For me, it's one of the ones that stuck in my head, and I can't say that for a lot of them, to be honest. Or if they did stick in my head, it was for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, true.
Look, definitely, very modern, and it's got some sort of, scanty radio appeal to it. There's a decent melody to cling to on there. There is. The vocals are a little bubblegum again.
Yeah.
A
okay.
little bit. And we've said this, and it's not going to be the only song we say about this. It plods a little.
It plods for sure.
Really.
I think it's also a little bit dated. I know this is the first time we've said dated, I think, this year. Because, half of Albania was, but we couldn't really talk about it. But to me, it's probably a couple of years old.
Yeah.
Do you know, like a little bit like Slingshot from last year, which was a great little song, but it was very dated, and I think this one might be the same thing.
Yeah, I think sort of national finals and for Eurovision tend to bring a bit of what we know and what we feel comfortable with, i.e. dated.
Yes, true. I think it's going to fall flat live.
Yeah, all right, we'll see. She seems like a young performer. Hopefully, I can't really find much out about her, to be honest. So she's a bit of an X factor. So let's see.
No factor.
We'll see. Let's see what Desiree's going to bring.
I don't think it's going to be much. I think it's going to end up going to be a little bit of a failure, this one.
Well, we'll see, Dale. We'll see.
All right. Okay, well, who took out our bronze medal?
Bronze. Went to Vage. Well, let's call him Vage or Vaje.
Vaje? Don't know. Someone tell us. We tried to look it up. I didn't find out.
But their song was Laura, Walk With Me.
You had me right away. You played my song. You knew me more than no one else. You know what you do. You know what you do.
Liked it.
I liked it.
I like that. There's
Yeah.
something really quite radio-friendly modern about that.
Very radio-friendly modern.
I mean, I've heard people saying Avicii. It's got a bit of Avicii to it.
Oh, it is a bit of Hey Brother, isn't it, from
There is something
Avicii?
going on
Yeah, but
there.
not entirely. Look, there's the elements of it are, a little bit like that and a little bit too similar, but there's a lot of other stuff going on. It is very catchy. I think the chorus stays with you.
Yep.
I really like the production of it as well. I think it's a really good quality song. I think it lifts above the last two we've heard. I think we go to another level with this song.
Yeah, I think the vocals are okay for this. The vocals suit the song. Once again, I've got here it plods a little. I wish it kind of took you to another place. It doesn't really. But it's still good. It's still very, very good. And one thing I've written here, and it's certainly not a criticism, English as a second language lyrics.
Do you reckon?
Oh, yeah. There's some English
Like
as a
what?
second language. I can't quote them off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But there is a little, bit simple language kind of stuff going on. But that's fine. That's Eurovision. And people aren't singing in their mother tongue, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So that's not a criticism. It's just, if anything, it's quite endearing for me. But I think that's a good one. I think the fans out there kind of like that one as well.
Yeah, I think pretty much everything we've got up so far, there is a bit of fan love about it. I think everyone doesn't actually have it as their favourite number one song.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like, oh yeah, I like that song, it's great, but how's it going to go live? They don't seem the most experienced bunch there.
They look about 15.
They're about 12. They are, but that can bring that X factor we
Quite
talk
handsome
about.
young fellas,
They are. That's it. And you always want to be able to look good and be great on
Absolutely.
stage. And there's two of them to work with, which one person alone sometimes there can be eaten up by the stage. They do, because it's that Avicii bit. They do rely on that little instrumental sometimes a bit too much.
I'm looking forward
But
to the performance.
there's
I wanna
enough
see-
there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the performance. I want to see how they translate this.
Yeah.
One thing I will just point out at this point, Dale, have you
Okay.
noticed our last three? We've
Yeah.
all had modern, contemporary. Do you think, because of what happened with Verona last year, Eastie have gone bang? Let's just go a bit out there and get a bit modern.
I think there's a few themes from the 20 songs we heard, and a lot of them are very, very contemporary, very radio friendly, but unfortunately didn't have the rise and fall and the peaks and troughs of a Eurovision song. Mainly because they probably are trying to walk away from Verona a little bit, because I think it flopped with juries because of its slightly dated.
Yeah,
Televote loved it.
Yeah, exactly.
But you've got to have a song that actually does something, and I think for most of them they didn't. There's a lot of rock songs in there as well, or like indie rock and indie pop as well. They're trying for something that I think they're trying for more of a jury-friendly song.
Well, there's certainly a variety of songs in that selection.
Yeah,
Isn't there?
I don't think anything was grabbing me the televote that we've looked at so far that the televote would love. There was a couple of thrown in for felt tokenistic, a little bit older style. That's in there. There was a musical theatre ballad.
It's a bit of a musical theatre.
Yeah, there was Rolf with his 80s sounding song. So, spoiler alert, he's not number one or two for us.
Oh, poor Rolf.
Yeah, so there was a couple thrown in there, but the vast majority were young groups, or young, duos.
Different modern styles of music and stuff. So yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah,
so they're
right.
definitely going in a direction, aren't they?
I would think so.
I'm not sure if it's going to work.
Well, we'll see.
We shall.
See. And we'll see what our top two are, because I don't know if they're going down that modern
No,
road.
I think I think we might. Well, these are ours, so
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, so we've had bronze medalists. Who is our runner-up?
Our runner-up. Well, I think you had this first.
Yes, this
and
is the
I
winner.
had this third off memory.
No, fourth.
Fourth.
Yeah.
I had this fourth. But it's Alina Netsavaya.
Yep.
And she's singing La Forza, and boy, is she singing. Let's hear it.
There is your winner. There is your Eurovision song from Estonia this year. I guarantee it now. This is going to win.
Dale.
It has the point of difference. We always talk about the point of difference. As long as she can sing that, because if it's all a vocal performance. But she's turned. Okay, you know how there's been a couple of operas in recent years. I would say we had Grand Amore, which I hated.
You did hate
I
that
loathed
song, didn't
it.
you?
I mean, it was so by numbers, made for your Mother's Day CD kind of sales rack. Then there was also Melina Ehrman with La Voix. in 2000 was it 9 or 10? I think it was 9. And that was much more camp. That was so camp. It was OTT. This is somewhere in the middle where it's actually got a contemporary sound around the opera bit. It does. It's you're raising your eyes at me.
You say your bit, I'll say mine.
Look, it's getting the fandom are loving it. They are loving it, and I can see why. I kept going back to the song because I love it, and I can see it being performed on stage, and I can hear it on the Eurovision soundtrack. This screams Eurovision to me. It's not your typical song, but it stands out, and this is going to win Eesti Laul this year.
Oh, big call, Dale. Big call. I don't know if I'm that enthralled with it as you are. A couple of things I've written here. Oh my God, it's opera. I wouldn't even put it into popera.
I think there's elements.
There's no melody.
Have you been to the opera?
There's no melody to this, Dale. There's nothing in between the chorus bit, if you can call it that. It's just there's no melody. I can't figure out the song in this. The vocals are stunning. Don't get me wrong, the vocals on the recorder track are absolutely stunning. If she can't do that live, this is going to be a train wreck of massive proportions.
But she will do it live. She's an opera singer.
Some of those notes she's hitting are in the stratosphere. I've written here almost too high, the notes.
I know, dogs are going to be running away from Tallinn.
And if she is minutely off on that, it's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. I mean, I do like it, and I do like it. Yeah. I gave it 4th in the whole thing. But look, I'm a wait and see. This is all about live performance for me. I think she's going to come out in a stunning dress and stand there and deliver.
Yeah.
But she's got a big job. She's got a big job, Alina.
I'm not worried about the performance. I think she'll do it. I don't think we've ever heard like an opera singer not be able to hit it. It's more how the audience is going to react and how the jury. I can see this being popular with the public, but maybe the juries, if they've got a very clear song in mind, they might really knock this one down. So it'll be interesting.
Well, it's a complete opposite from our modern... For the first 3, we've gone to a complete opera song, basically.
I know, true.
But then again, it is a standout.
It does stand out.
It is an absolute standout.
Okay, well, what was our number 1 song for Eesti Laul 2018, Michael?
Well, our combined vote there, Dale, found the winner to be Stig Rasta with Home.
But I'll stay here with you, my love. If you give me love to me, put a bit of trust in me, I will build us a home where we sleep on a balcony and watch a bit of GOT, and we won't feel alone.
Well, that was definitely my top song of the selection there, Dale. I have to say, I rated it a good 15 points ahead of anything else.
Okay.
I think Stig's bringing it on this one. It's just, for me, it's a really sweet little tune. Well, don't get me wrong, there's nothing groundbreaking about this.
Is it a Eurovision song?
Oh, well, what is a Eurovision song?
Yeah, true.
I find it's a really good little pop song. To me, it's kind of a little Ed Sheeran-ish.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I have written down. Ed Sheeran-like.
It's a little Ed Sheeran-ish. But the same token, when I love that pre-chorus, I love the chorus. There's something really melodic and really sweet about this. It does it for me. It was definitely the top song for me.
Yeah, look, it was second for me. I think the top 2 stood out more than anything else by far. Very different songs, so sometimes quite hard to compare. We'll know who'll perform it well live.
Yeah.
It is that Ed Sheeran type song, and I'm just wondering if he's dynamic enough on his own. Like, he's not... He was a little, he's a previous contestant at Eurovision, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And I think at the time, he was quite good in that, but he wasn't shouting a dynamic, amazing frontman to me. No. So he's going to have to be able to bring a little bit of charm, which he's a performer, so he should be able to do it. But
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
To me, this is a little more polished.
Yes,
it is a little more polished, particularly lyrically. There was some lyrics.
The Game of Thrones reference.
Yeah, well, that's
cool. I like that.
It's a low point in the song.
Oh, I really quite liked it.
I liked it. But yeah, with his last appearance at Eurovision, I felt there was some clunky lyrics in English.
Yeah.
Smiled at the dog.
But we love that about it, actually. Yeah. Look, actually, before we keep talking about the song, we should actually probably remind everyone about this. He performed in 2015 with Goodbye to Yesterday was the name of the song. And who did he perform with again?
It was the lovely Elena Bourne.
Who's amazing. So let's have a quick little listen to remind you.
Why didn't you wake me up? I'm pretty sure I would have told you to stop. Let's try again and say
goodbye. Goodbye to yesterday.
I didn't wanna wake you up. My life was never gonna be enough. So I took my things and got out of your way now.
See, I think that song is just amazing, and it's ages so well, and it's brilliant. Yes, the lyrics are a bit funny, but that in comparison now, when you put it up against each other, ooh,
That was a cracker.
yeah, I guess. It came seventh. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I mean, I do like this. This is sweet and modern, and it's certainly the strongest in me for this field. So
It feels a more traditional pop song. Like
Yeah.
you've got your verses, your pre-choruses, your chorus, and there's parts to build up. There's enough to work with there as a Eurovision performance.
definitely.
I think so. I think it was my second song, but I can understand why it's your number one. And it'll definitely be, I think, Downs, he'll be in the final, and I imagine he'll be in the top three.
Yeah, I think it's a bloody good chance to make the final if it gets through.
Yeah.
I do think. I can't see it being a winner. I don't know where it possibly might finish in the final, but yeah. It's
What do you
good
mean,
song.
in the final of Eesti Laul?
Oh,
or-
in the final of Eurovision.
Oh, Eurovision.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of that, like I would say, if La Forza got through, I think that would be it would make the final. I think this would be on the border.
Interesting.
At this stage, I mean, we only know one other song, so it's a bit it's a bit early, but
No.
that's how I think. What is victory for Estonia this year?
I think getting into the final.
Getting into the final,
Back into the final. 2 years in a row they've missed. Poor Yuri missed in 2016. And
Yeah, well, last in his semi-final, and Verona was disappointing in where they finished last year, and I think they put a lot of effort the last couple of years, and for not much reward, so they're really going to need something.
Yeah, I think they're going to need a bit of a miracle, to be honest, after that selection. I can't say I'm overly impressed with Eesti Laul this year, Dan.
Yeah, it is a little bit flat. It definitely is. We were so looking forward to it, but hey, who knows? When they go live, sometimes a song just comes to life that you just don't expect. And for a lot of these kind of radio-friendly ones, maybe they'll just add some kind of element to bring something to life.
Yeah, we might see some surprise packets come out.
Yeah, look at Blanche last year with City Lights. I mean, that was a cracking song, but I thought that would be awful live. And I mean, it took a while, but they got there in the end.
Yeah, I was going to say.
She was a little bit frightening at first. Well, look, okay, all of our top five, did you realise, are all from the one semi-final.
Yes, that's
All
it.
semi-final one.
Yeah, so I think we should probably mention something from semi-final too.
Dig out something from that lot. Well, look, we both had a couple of songs in our top 10 from the second semi-final. I'm happy to talk about my one first.
Yeah, how about you kick this one off?
I will. Okay, well, I really like this song. For me, I think I had it about 6th place in my top 10, 6th or 7th. And it was Frankie Animal with, in brackets, Can't Keep Calling. And then the song is called Misty.
Better, I'm stronger. Still trouble in my young heart. That ain't getting any younger. Can't keep calling Misty. Can't keep calling Misty.
See, I like that. It's good. It is a little bit different. I would say it's like indie, poppy, kind of electric-y, rocky kind of thing going on. I don't really know what genre it is.
Words do you
I don't know. There's a few genres going on, but look, it's catchy. It's one of those songs that again just is very flat line, doesn't really go anywhere. But in a live performance, I reckon they could actually bring that to life. It's catchy. It stays in your head, and I think it would be a good chance to get through that semi-final.
It does stay in your head. I will give you that. When I was first listening to the songs about a week ago or whatever, it definitely stayed in
That
my
little
head.
guitar riff as
But
well,
not
and her
for the-
vocals.
Not for good reason.
What?
Not for good reasons,
I thought you were going to agree with me
No,
there.
not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got here. Yes, it's modern, and the vocals are okay, but it's just boring, really.
Oh,
It's really boring.
that's harsh.
And there's that horrible, like, microphone feedback sound they put on a couple of things.
that's recorded though.
No,
it
it's-
won't sound like that live.
Bloody awful, and it hurts. It just no. This is an absolute no for me. Absolutely no.
Okay, well, fine. Well, then what was your mess out of that semi-final?
Well, out of semi-final number 2, I picked, and I gave this one 6th actually as well. It's Girls in Pearls.
Was it just the name?
No, not at all. Not at all. Wait till you hear these girls sing. Girls in Pearls with Spellbound. you know, it's a pretty smooth, a little mid-tempo song, and I think in keeping
Mid.
with and in keeping with what we said about this whole selection, it's plods. Doesn't really go anywhere.
It plods completely.
But there's some nice elements to it, I think, and there's a nice electro sound to it, which kind of gives it a bit of a modern thing. Look, I find it smooth, but again, you know, it doesn't really go anywhere. And to be honest, that's the best I could find in that semi-final.
Yeah, look,
which worries me.
Yeah, it is a worrying semi-final, I must say. That it's very contemporary. That sound is really good, but you're right, it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
And they were about 15th overall for me. They were almost too contemporary. There's a radio station here in Australia called Triple J, which is like alternative pop, kind of rock, every kind of genre music. It sounded like something that would come on Triple J in the middle of the day, and it'd just be
Not necessarily a bad thing.
but it'd just pass you by, and you wouldn't take any notice of it. And this is Eurovision. You've got to go like bam. You've got 3 minutes to grab someone's attention.
Yeah.
And this is background music at some hipster cafe.
Yeah, look, that probably is. I totally agree with you. But I think that pretty much sums up Eesti Laul 2018.
It does. But even though the 2 songs that we chose for the top 2 are nothing like that.
But then again, there's some in there that are just basically an assault on your ears. Really, there's a couple in there. No,
they are.
Yeah, thank God. I mean,
dreadful.
one of them goes for 2 minutes, and it's 1 minute and 50 seconds too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least they've stepped out of the box and tried to change things up. Good on you.
I'll give them that, and I'm really intrigued about how these results are going to go, because I think you've got so many different genres there.
Yeah.
You've got a definite change of approach, but with some kind of more traditional songs still in there. So how the public and jury are going to respond to this?
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see in February. Well, I guess that's it for our review of our Eesti Laul songs for 2018.
Yeah, that's the pick of the bunch.
We are a little disappointed, but let's wait and see to the live shows.
Exactly.
We want Estonia to bring it. It is actually one of my favourite countries other than Australia, I must say. So I really want them to do well.
What they did last year was all the semi-finalists performed their songs on like a breakfast show in Estonia.
That's right. It's so random, isn't it? Why breakfast TV? Yeah.
So I'm really interested to see how some of these are performed. It's almost like an acoustic set, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm really interested to see how some of these are come across.
Oh, awesome. Well, look, if you've listened to some of the songs from Eesti Laul, or you haven't, go and listen to them all. Let us know what are your favourites.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you can let us know. We're on our social. Twitter is probably our main one to get us on, which is Aussievision Net.
Yes.
And we're on Facebook as well. So follow us, like us. Let us know what you think. There's a few out there. Yeah. We'd be very interested to hear what you think of the Eesti Laul. Maybe we're just old. Maybe the kids love it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, we shall. Well, anyway, thank you very much for listening.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Okay, see ya.
All right.